We always talk about the negatives of games,
Yeah.
but let's talk about games with potential.
Mm-hmm.
And you messaged me about this. I'm going to give you the credit, but XDefiant. XDefiant? What is it? Do
X-Defiant.
you know?
X-Defiant, yeah.
XDefiant. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
What are your feelings on it? Do you think it's the next Call of Duty?
no, but it's it's uh it's an alternative that I think will work. It's like it's a lot like classic Call of Duty in like the movement and gunplay. And I think people will gravitate to that alone a lot. And there's supposed to be a lot of maps. I don't know about modes, but I think there's supposed to be like 14 maps when the game comes out, and it's free to play. So yeah, that definitely gonna be trying that out. And
Yeah.
but it's made by Ubisoft, which depending on who you are, you may like that or not. I'm kind of indifferent, but so yeah, because it's Ubisoft, X Defiant is like it's kind of like SM2. It's like a best of Ubisoft games. Like you have like characters and like maps and stuff based off of like Far Cry 6, Rainbow Six Siege, Splinter Cell actually I think is one of them too. Um and yeah, like the Division, and I think there's one other, but yeah, it looks cool. I'm definitely gonna try it out. Uh, I think it'll cure that itch that a lot of Call of Duty players have had for a while.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. From what I've seen of it and from what I know of it, I tried to get into the beta and I never got the reply to it because I was really curious about it. I wanted to see because like you said, there's a for I would say classic Call of Duty players, there's an itch that these new games just can't get to. Like there it just doesn't get there. And it's because most people when they play Call of Duty games, they don't want the anime cat ear bundle. They don't, they don't want all this stuff. They just want to go on. They want classic gunplay. They want fun movement. They want, slide canceling, whatever. They want all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why SM2 was such a sucker punch to the nuts for the whole community because that's what we wanted. That's what everyone wanted. And another topic we can talk about is or going along with that that's happened, since our last podcast was the BO3, the boy, which was meant to be a same thing for Black Ops 3, safe servers for people to play on, and Activision took it down.
Mm-hmm.
And before I get away too far away from the X Defiant, like I just think that it's if they do it right, which it looks like they are, I think it will do very well. Like, if they keep it at that core, just like Call of Duty like gunplay, like TDM or, whatever the type of match is, with
Mm-hmm.
really good guns, and they keep it simple, they don't try to go off, like, I think battle royales were amazing for the time that they started, but people are sick the normal player is sick of battle royale, I think. Like, they just wanna jump on, they wanna grind some camos on Call of Duty, and they want to get on with our life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the same thing. And yeah, I think X Defiant will just be like the perfect casual game for people to hop on and play and get off and not have to worry about sweating, and which hopefully this is true, that lobbies are entirely based off of connection and not skill, and that their ranked mode will entirely be ranked and not sprinkled into the casual playlist, which I hope is
Little
true.
SBMM,
Yeah, oh my lord.
skill-based matchmaking.
Yeah. So yeah.
I I have high hopes for it because like I want that. Like I miss the Black Ops, the original Black Ops multiplayer. Like I miss those old multiplayers, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare. Like they were just fun to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got crapped on a lot of the time, but they were just like enjoyable. Not like current, I would say, Modern Warfare 2. Like it just, yeah. And I think being free to play too will have a huge draw to it
Yeah.
if they don't screw it.
And another part that I didn't bring up was also there's a bunch of like ex Call of Duty devs from back in the day that are working on this
Mhm.
game. So I think it's in good hands. I think it's gonna go places. Yeah, it looks fun. Still no release date though, so gonna have to wait on that.
Yeah.
But
All right. Another
as you
another one.
mentioned,
Or what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
I was gonna bring up the Black Ops 3 client, but
All right. Can I before we move on to that,
yeah.
one more game I want to talk about. What do you think about Doctor Disrespect's game?
Oh, Deadrop.
Dead
Yeah.
Drop. Yeah. Are you excited about it? Not too excited about it?
So like I like what they're doing with the game by like involving the community throughout the development process. I think that's very cool, and I think that more studios should do that so that they don't just launch a game that everybody hates that only the developers have a hand in. If like the players could over the course of 2 years before the release date, they could basically test the game with them and hand out ideas and just yeah, it's I think they're going about it great, and the game itself from the last snapshot actually like looked pretty cool. Like the whole like aesthetic and stuff, kind of revolving around like I don't know, I guess you would call it like Doctor Disrespect's like mythology. I think that's kind of cool in that like '80s futuristic world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So,
Mhm.
but the one part that makes me sigh is the NFTs.
Yep.
Everybody I feel like everybody is just so sick of those because it's just NFT is just synonymous with the word scam. So
Yep.
like I mean I highly doubt in fact I'm like 100% sure that like this studio Dr. Disrespect would never do anything like that, but still people just don't want NFTs. I don't want NFTs, nothing to do with cryptocurrency or the blockchain or whatever, right? Like because when you start making the game about finding in his own words like $100,000 item and trying to extract with it, that's all that the game is going for money instead of playing the game. So
Yeah.
that could be a massive problem if they continue down that road.
Yeah. Well, and I think on its face, what he's saying, it's actually, if that's what it was, it would be a cool idea for serious gamers. For streamers would go crazy for it. Like it would be a really popular idea for certain types of people. But I just don't think there's enough out there that care about it that would even. I mean, sure, people would try, but I just don't think that, like you said, people are sick of NFTs. Maybe if NFTs were actually a thing anymore, it would be a little bit of a better idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, like you said, I think it takes you out of the game too much because it's not a game anymore. It's the lottery. It's like, oh, I'm playing to win this huge $100,000 item. So I think I will give him an A+ for like thinking of an idea, like a really cool, what could be a cool idea if it's implemented correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But like chances are in any NFT that comes from it, are they're going to be worthless. Like I don't see any dollar value being associated with them. So
Oh yeah, who was it? It was one of the Paul brothers posted about like this NFT that they bought for like hundreds of thousands of dollars a few years ago, and then they posted about it recently saying, "I bought this for X amount of money and now it's worth like $3."
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
right. Well, I just think like collectibles on the internet, in theory, could like be sure, it's a cooler thing. Same with cryptocurrency. I don't know a lot about it. I know enough to know that like sure it might work. It might be like a possibility in the future. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know a lot about it. But having money in a digital bank account and having this item that could be worth $0 in 2 years, like, I just think they're way different things. They're 2 different completely different things. Like you said, the value of NFTs, I don't think will hold. Eventually, they'll all be worth nothing. And like you said, there's people that have spent thousands and millions of dollars on these things that, like, I just
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a scam. Like you said, I think it's a scam. I think NFTs are one of the biggest scams we've ever seen,
Yep.
and it's not recognized as a scam because they hold their value for now, but
Mm-hmm.
they won't.
No.
So yeah, the NFT aspect of it I don't like, but I like Doctor Disrespect. I respect him for trying to solve the problem that he complains about. He doesn't just sit around and complain about Call of Duty. He's trying to make a good alternative, and I respect that. I think that's commendable. But
Mm-hmm.
and I think that the NFT part of it is aimed at, somebody streaming to an audience, like trying to make this big exciting heist, basically. Like so. Yeah.
Well,
Anyways, hopefully, I hope it does well.
yeah,
I
me too.
hope it kills Call of Duty and Apex Legends and Fortnite. Put Fortnite in its grave. Like I hope it kills everything. So
Yeah.